Hi Virgo, this is going to be a tarot reading for you for May 2021. Virgo, ignore the setup. I'm not in my usual spot. I have just moved house. So bear with me. I'm sitting not even on a chair, on a cardboard box full of books, but I just needed to get this reading out to my Virgo viewers. So we're going to look at what's been going on with Virgo now. Let's pull some cards for Virgo from the past situation. What has been going on with the sign of Virgo? Then Virgo, I'll pull for the present and the future. I'll show you all these cards together. We'll pull more and go deeper as we need to. The Empress card. The Ten of Swords. And the Queen of Cups. Oh, so sandwiched in between these divine feminine energies of abundance and pleasure and joy and love, there seems to have been some sort of a breakthrough almost, or some sort of a breakdown. We'll have to go deeper and deeper into that. Let's pull now, Virgo, for the present energies surrounding your sign. So in this video, I will also bring in some astrology. So we're going to look at the transits, what could be going on for Virgo based on the astrology this month too. So these are going to be some tarot cards now for current energies surrounding Virgo now. And Virgo, remember, the timing on these readings is fluid, okay? So this is Sun in Virgo, your energy coming through with the Eight of Pentacles. More of your energy, mutable Earth, Virgo, Knight of Pentacles. So we've got your Minor and we've got your Court card for Virgo. Page of Pentacles, some more earthy energy. Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. For some, there was some sort of anticipating a fresh start with somebody. And for some, there was some anticipation for, you know, working things out with somebody, even though it was going to be a bit of a process. Let's keep going though, Virgo, and we'll go even deeper into these cards. But for now, I just want to get some cards out on the table for what's been going on with Virgo. Coming up in the future, what can Virgo expect? So let's go. For Virgo, what can Virgo expect coming up in the near future? Let's take this end of May, even going to June. What themes is Virgo going to be perceiving? And Virgo, you really are one of the most perceptive signs. You're always noticing. You're always analyzing. Two of Swords. You'll need to use that really perceptive power of yours by the end of the month. The Six of Cups and the Four of Swords. Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Looks like there's going to be some kind of a hard decision to make around somebody coming up from your past. Okay, so let's take this back and see what's coming up for Virgo row by row. The Empress is actually our only major arcana card in this reading today, Virgo. So you've really been realizing what your worth is. You're becoming very aware of what you deserve. Some of you have been really receiving many blessings in life recently. The Empress is extremely abundant energy. We have a Venus here on her armchair. So for Virgo rising, we have had Venus cruising it through your 9th house in the sign of Taurus. On May 9th, that sign, Venus is going to move into your 10th house. So that's going to be really good for Virgo rising in terms of career focus, public recognition. But through the 9th house, we've had that Venus transit. It's really been teaching you kind of that there's a little bit more out there to be seen. So it's kind of taking you out of that transit through April, Virgo, might have taken you out of like any kind of narrow-minded viewpoint or tunnel vision on anything. And opening your mind. The 9th house is about new ideas, new perspectives, foreign lands, cultures, differences, beliefs and knowledge, philosophy. So we're learning a bit more. Our mind has been opening and we've been receiving some gifts. For some of us, we have really reached some sort of a breakthrough on something. Some sort of a breakthrough around our friends, perhaps, some sort of a breakthrough around our friendship groups, and some sort of a breakthrough around celebrating actually is coming up for me for Virgo. For some, there was some sort of perhaps a parental figure in your life or grandmother figure in your life that you have really been very worried about. For some of you, it was involving getting different females in your family together. I do see a lot of feminine energy here. Like I'm thinking maybe aunts or something like that, or cousins, or just kind of getting together with a group of women. Somebody needed your attention and you were together able to reach some sort of a clarity on this person in your life that you had been maybe conscious of or worrying about, and you were able to gain some understanding about their well-being, which has really been beneficial for you, Virgo. Queen of Cups. If you have been through some turmoil as of late, Virgo, and it's just like really kind of been crippling or crushing for you, you have looked at your wounds, you kind of started to examine them and really like see what that was all about. That could be just saying that, like, you know, you have been going through a period of like self-love and healing, kind of coming over and getting past the trauma of the Ten of Swords. And, you know, Empress is just saying that you've reached a phase. It's the only major arcana card here so far. And Virgo, major arcanas are all about our soul growth and what we're ready to step into in a bigger way, what we're ready to evolve through, and what bigger lessons and karmic challenges or karmic rewards are coming up for us for grabs. And the Empress is the only one here telling me that things have you've probably been receiving a lot of blessings. You've probably been looking really good, feeling really good. It's a beautiful energy coming up presently around you. So we've got 3 cards that are the Pentacle suit presently. Very, very Virgo energy. This is so Virgoan. So the 8 of Pentacles is actually represented by the Sun in Virgo. So anyone who is a Virgo Sun, this card is your minor association. Focus, work, hard work and effort, but continuing. I feel like it's getting very repetitive for some. And for some, it's like long road ahead, and it's becoming like you're itching. You're hoping that all this hard work and effort that you're putting in, repeated, perfected steps and focus is going to pay off. And the payoff is going to look like that you're imagining, Virgo, is a new start or some sort of a new beginning, a new chapter to begin. And this Page of Pentacles could talk about studying or going back to school or doing something novice like that, or learning something new, or just getting more investing in a course or something like that. But really it could be that, or even it's just like investing time in yourself and your like whatever you're working on really at the moment, your career, your job, that seems to be of the utmost focus for you. For some, there is a very much a back to school energy at the moment, which is unusual because school season really mainly is coming to kind of completion around the summertime. But there might be something that you're thinking about taking on as a new endeavor after school, and you're starting to look into that, so you can see the newness kind of coming up for you. Some are thinking of a new job. It looks like it's not going to be anything that's too sudden, but whatever you are currently working on, Virgo, that you've been taking these steps and putting all your focus and energy into, it's nothing sudden. It's not like a sudden change. You've been leading the direction of how we're going, kind of a thing. So that's great. Knight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. There's ambition around you at the moment, Virgo, but there's also new communication, new messages coming through. New contacts, networking, all of that's good stuff around the work-related field. So coming up in the future, we've got the 2 of Swords and the 6 of Cups. This tells me that if you are considering you're finding it hard to reach a decision, or you're finding it hard to choose one of these swords at the moment, Virgo, and representing like a path forward or representing the outcome or what you decide to do, you're having a hard choice choosing. You're having a hard time choosing. Some of you look like you're thinking about somebody from the past and you're not able to make a decision about how to move forward. Some people are going to be becoming aware at the end of the month, if you aren't already, that there seems to be some sort of a deadlock between you and another person. You can't reach an agreement. You can't even kind of clear up the air. There's like, you're waiting on them to get back to you, waiting thinking and sleeping on it, thinking about what did I do? Why are they not replying to me? I can't get in touch with them. There does seem to be some sort of a stalemate by the end of the month. Neither person on each party is advancing. Nobody wants to be the one to make the first move. We'll have to clear this up and see what the advice is, but it does look like there's you're going to be spending a lot of time ruminating on it and thinking about it. And I think in action, you're not going to be taking the action. You're just going to be nostalgic as hell and sentimental as hell and like romanticizing this situation. Why don't we look at these cards together, Virgo, and then I'm going to pull some more for you. So let's have a look at these. Okay, that's great. Let's see, we're going to take this back and go row by row. So let's look at the Empress, the Ten of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. Let's clear this up for Virgo. If a relationship has just ended in the past here, Virgo, let me just brief you through some of the astrology. If you know your rising sign, Virgo, please check the video for that out, because the astrology I use is more applicable when read from the rising sign position. So Virgo rising, this could be something that you're going to resonate with a little bit more. Jupiter, that's the best planet up there really in terms of becoming, getting abundance and, you know, expanding and growing, and generosity is associated with Jupiter rather than any restriction or anything. So we have Jupiter, it's going to dip into Pisces on May 14th. Jupiter loves to be in Pisces. That's where he's at home. So he's going to be operating in Pisces with no bounds. So he'll be just acting as expansively as possible. Seventh house is the house of marriage and partnerships, important partnerships. They can be business or romantic, but really partnerships that go the distance and last the length of time. So Jupiter will dip into that house for Virgo rising on May 14th. Around this time, you may start to become aware of more rewards and kind of benefits, abundances, gifts, blessings coming in to your life around the sector of business partnerships and romantic relationships. Some people might even be getting engaged at that time. It's definitely when Jupiter goes through that house, that could be a really positive time for that. At the same time, Jupiter will be moving through Virgo rising's seventh house of relationships, romantic relationships. We've got Venus, the other benefic planet, not the great benefic Jupiter, but another benefic planet, Venus, which is represented here with this little symbol. That is going to be transiting through Virgo rising's 10th house of career and public reputation. Awesome time for career for Virgo, especially Virgo rising in the month of May. Getting noticed, engagement for sure, because that's all eyes on you. Anything that you're going to be getting a lot of attention for, a lot of public recognition for. And I guess this is kind of going on to probably be a really nice month for Virgo. Virgo rising, okay, especially when it comes to like romantic relationships, just getting seen, getting recognized, advancing in your career as well. For some important business partnerships will be linked to career, you know, so the 7th house activity of business partnerships will be helping advance the 10th house career activity when Venus enters that sign too. And that will be around April 9th, followed by Jupiter on April 9th, I mean May 9th, followed by Jupiter on May 14th. So this is going to be a nice month. Keep a note on what kind of blessings are coming through. Let's look at the Empress card, speaking of blessings, and see what Virgo has been receiving. For some of you, Virgo, the best gift of all was seeing through the situation and getting to the truth of the matter and having that swords or mental breakthrough and understanding. It was tough, yes. Dark night of the soul for some, yes. 5 of Pentacles is the dark night of the soul, worry, and the Lovers. So for some, this was this relationship that happened really. There was like a tense conversation around a romantic relationship or something like that, and you really felt the emotion attached to this is rejected and abandoned or just pushed out in the cold, cast aside, and very much unwanted. You wanted to get through to this person, to their warmth, right? It looks nice and warm inside here, it looks cold outside, so you wanted to penetrate that wall, as it were, and receive their warmth, but there was a block there. Maybe there was, you know, a lack of self-confidence on their part, because this is really like This isn't you, Virgo. I see you as the Empress. This is such opposite energy. This is pure abundance mindset, and this is total scarcity mindset. They truly are, you could have been dealing with the Taurus, and this was the situation that transpired with the Taurus, okay? But if not, it's like you hopefully have seen the breakthrough of not putting your worth on, basically, you can't be putting your worth on yourself based on, does this relationship work out or do they see me? I'm still the same person. The Gemini card, the lovers. The lovers isn't just with another person. It's looking in the mirror and like, you know, we tend to like only try and validate the external, the ego, what looks good. Should I be here in my life? Like it probably would look better. Look better to who, for starters? But it would probably look better if I had this, or if I had this commitment with this person. It would probably look better. Okay, but that's just ego, you know, so our soul isn't satisfied when our ego is being satisfied by external validation. We have to be able to, like I said, the lovers is about looking in the mirror and being proud of what's looking back at you, basically. And you know, it's just because the only person you need to please is yourself. And so there is like this real sort of, I hope, a breakthrough where you've realized like my worth doesn't depend on how they see me or if I have them, essentially. Not to be possessive, but like if I have them in my life, or if they're on my arm, or if I'm married to them, and you feel like without them, some of you are worrying like, am I enough? I feel rejected as this card. But with the Five of Pentacles, Virgo, this often can talk to me. I'm seeing the other person here, and like their relationship with themselves isn't here yet. It isn't abundant yet. They're still worrying about things. They're still coming to terms and getting to grips with losses of their own, or, you know, traumas of their own. And their relationship with themselves just isn't a reflection on you. So it's so funny, like it's just like we have this really empowered energy with the Empress and the Queen of Cups. Love yourself, loving yourself so much, and I do see that. And this Lovers card energy is only attainable through this Empress mindset. Remember that, the abundance mindset. We can't attract the Lovers energy when we're in the Five of Pentacles. It's just physics. It's nothing personal. Energy is real, and if our energy is here, we just can't attain this. It won't come to us. Let's keep going. So just stay in that abundance mindset that you ended the month of April in. Going into May, you were feeling really like beautiful and confident and desirable and gorgeous. Keep in that mindset, Virgo. So it looks like things are taking a swift away from our love and our emotional side of things that have been very much playing on our mind from late April, even maybe March, and we're throwing ourselves into some work, something new-ish, not fully new, but there's like an element of newness to it, if that makes sense. Like I feel like you still have a good amount of experience in it, but there's something new that you're a little daunted about, maybe, Virgo. Are you? Or you just want to get it just right, you want to impress? Let's have a look at this earthy energy, this very Virgo energy around you presently. Let's look. Yeah, Virgo, if you're watching for the first time, I have usually a cuter setup, but like I said, I just moved yesterday to this new place, so I got it set up properly, but I really wanted to get your video out to you. Seven of Cups in reverse. Five of Cups, and we have Queen of Pentacles. We have the whole Pentacle gang here, okay? So things are really grounded. I've a message to tell you, Virgo, be yourself, okay? Be yourself, play it cool, be down to earth, that's you. So when I was just saying we're getting away from emotions, it seems that we're getting swept back up in it, okay? Interesting. Five of Cups with the Seven of Cups in reverse. Let me look at this. This is telling me that like you've actually landed on what you're gonna do by the this is interesting because these are very similar to me, like not seeing things very clearly, not seeing the options in front of you for what they truly are, not being able to choose an option, emotional mix-up, other people's dramas, and like you not understanding why the other person isn't responding or where they're coming from because they're not fully understanding themselves. The Seven of Cups is quite an overwhelming, confusing and disorientated energy emotionally. Some of you might be feeling that that, Virgo. When it reverses, at least we're kind of becoming a bit more clear on what we're going to choose from these 7 cups, even though we're not totally thrilled about the outcome of things, because I see that we're not really happy with what the decisions we have to make around an emotional issue. The emotional issue might be something that's coming up in your home and living situation with a parent or a family member or a partner or a roommate, whoever it is. There's some sort of an issue going on with them and you're really feeling it, Virgo. Some sort of a not seeing everything clearly at the moment is coming up around your emotions in the month of May, Virgo, because you're very much focused on regret and focus on, you're sad about this, 2 5s, like this sucks that this didn't go right or something like that, and you're still feeling sad about it. You're not really able to fully, maybe, I just want this focus of yours to go off without a hitch, because you've been repeating this cycle for a while, and you've gotten really good at it. Like, you're really skillful now in what you're doing and where you are in your life. You're really putting focus onto making your next steps in life last. Like, the work that you're doing now, Virgo, it's because you want it to be there for the long haul. You want this to stand for you. You want to accumulate wealth, you want to accumulate experience, you want to accumulate knowledge, contacts, and you want this to sort of stand to you. So I just don't want, like, you're doing some really good work in another sector of your life, but there's some sort of an emotional mess around you still, which is stopping you from seeing things clearly. It's also stopping you from seeing the other options that are available to you in life, in love, in happiness, in work, whatever it is, any of the blessings that are coming through to you in this lifetime, Virgo. This emotional mess that you're still sort of not fully understanding is stopping you from seeing the blessings. You were focused on the loss, kind of similar to this scarcity mindset rather than abundant mindset. Okay. The issue could have come up and it felt very, very much soulmate connection. Okay, that's probably what it was. It was a soulmate connection or some sort of a karmic relationship. Blessings are coming, Virgo, in the love and relationship sector for you and in the career sector for you, with those benefic planets, Jupiter and Venus, making their transits through Pisces and Gemini. There are other mutable signs like you. They're mutable water and mutable air, and you're mutable earth. So when the benefics are in the mutable signs, you feel this, Virgo. It's making a square to you. So it's angular, it's more powerful. Let's look out for those blessings this month and, lasting through to June, even through to July. Jupiter stays in Pisces. Let's look at this row coming up here. 2 of Swords, 6 of Cups, and the 4 of Swords for Virgo. I want to reverse a couple more and see, because that 7 of Cups coming out reverse changed everything for me. Like, you're clearer than you were yesterday, Virgo, right? Like, it's still not totally clear, but you've seen something for what it was. Rose-colored glasses, 6 of Cups, 7 of Cups, Sun in Scorpio, Venus in Scorpio, Mars in Scorpio. Ooh, damn, it could have been a Scorpio. Okay. And that was, if it wasn't a Scorpio, the energy of this relationship was Plutonian or Scorpionic in nature, transformative, upheaval, Ace of Wands, passionate, random, spontaneous, like exciting, and the World card. But that's great to see. I love that we've ending and starting our reading with the only 2 majors, and that divine woman here in the Empress. Some of you are pregnant at the moment and are due by the end of the month. Oh, congratulations for those Virgos watching that are going to be with their baby by the end of the month. So we have an Empress with a somewhat fuller belly maybe, and this is often the card of a successful completed pregnancy or gestational period. For those that aren't with child and expecting, Virgo, the gestational period has been you knowing your worth, basically. And wow, what a gestational period it's been. There's been a lot of life in between that. There's been a lot of different focuses for you. But ultimately, we're ending things successfully. big thumbs up from the universe. I see that you're scared. I see that you're, okay, so we've got this. This was actually how I had my deck. So this was in reverse. Queen of Pentacles, again, coming through again. I can see that you're hesitant upon taking this chance on life again. I can see it, I know, because it's been hard and like, things have ended and you've been crushed by certain things and you've felt very rejected. But look, there's always so much beauty in between every hardship. That's life. Unfortunately, Virgo, we're here to kind of understand that life is not actually supposed to be easy and there's challenges, and we're just here to evolve. We're here to grow and mature. Saturn, the planet of growth, of pure and utter fulfilling our karmic tests that we have to do here. And that's what you're doing, Virgo. Karmic relationships, karmic tests. I can see it's all happening for you. But the most amazing thing that you could do for yourself right now to overcome and be on the other end of this, looking back, you'll look back and say, okay, I understand what happened. I'm through it. I've succeeded. I've finished this cycle. For some, this might sound a bit too big, and it's not actually as serious as that. Some of you are just going to be, by the end of May into June, getting like really good word and recognition of a completed cycle. So some of you have finished a project at work that went really well, and you know, you got the go ahead, you got the thumbs up to move on to your next phase in life. And it's the World card, successful completion. But we're reaching the end of a cycle in our life, Virgo. This is the last card in the tarot, so we have to begin again. I do see new beginning energy with the Page of Pentacles. So your new beginning might look like learning something new. That energy that was coming through your 9th house of foreign travel or cultures or beliefs or philosophies, religion, politics, all that kind of thing, spirituality too, bigger ideas, Virgo. And then the day-to-day, that was giving you this kind of like, I'm not satisfied with the day-to-day. I want more luxury for some. I want more thrills. I want to travel. I want to see new places and explore. Like, so the day-to-day just wasn't really enough. I do see that there's been that 9th house activity then would have maybe opened Virgo's mind to possible new endeavors and new starts too. This kind of indecision, you look like you're not really able to get through to somebody totally. Then all of a sudden, the only thing that I could see happening, Virgo, for you would be from these cards would be like you spend enough time thinking about it until you get this very sudden kind of an inspiration to say, to kind of feel like, okay, no, that's done. And it was good. It was a great relationship. I don't have any bad feelings about it. It's successfully wrapped up here, okay? Yeah, I really do see that. I see if you're dealing with fixed signs, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, that they are coming up in a bigger way in a cyclical part of your life, but we're wrapping this up, so wrapping something up. And some of you are just thinking a lot about a person from the past. Some of you can't get through to this person. And maybe like, you know, you're communicating with each other and you love each other, friendship from the past, sibling from the past, somebody that you've known for years, somebody even that has just felt like, you know, these people are some of your ride or dies or OGs. There just seems like you're not on the same wavelength as them for whatever reason. But what I love to see here is, Virgo, you're entering this month in this reading fully aware of what you deserve, and now the universe is going to respond to this energy. The universe will respond to this energy too, or this energy, but the major arcana is telling me that like you're going to get big responses when you embody this, and it's going to look like this. You're going to be seeing your completed cycles successfully, and you'll be able to say, oh my god, wow, look what I've done, look what I've achieved, look what I've gone through, look what I've accomplished. I'm ready for my next step. That's the World card energy. Well, Virgo, I love that reading for you. So I'll pop this up on my YouTube, the full version. If you're just watching on Instagram, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube. Any new viewers here, I would love if you would subscribe or let me know what you thought of this video and if you want to see more. Thank you so much. Bye.